Hello and welcome to my July wrap-up. So in July I managed to read 5 books, but I did DNF 2 others, so technically this video does include 7 books. I had a pretty good reading month, I think. I read most of the books that I read in the last week of July, which was when I was having my holidays, which figures. It's very romance heavy because I read romance mostly during the summer. That's the mood I'm going to be in always during summer. Don't know why, just am. But yeah, let's get straight into the books because there's a lot to talk about. So the first book that I read in July was The Unbecoming of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the first book in a trilogy that is from a million years ago, and I only read now. This follows Mara. We start the story with her being in some sort of an accident, we don't know what, where her boyfriend and her 2 friends die and she's the only one who survives. So she moves to a different city and to a new school and meets this guy called Noah, who's an asshole but is obsessed with her for some reason. And at this new place she starts seeing her ex-friends, like hallucinating her friends and her boyfriend. So she thinks she is going crazy. At the same time she also sees how some people die. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is basically the plot, I fear. I'm probably not the best at explaining plots though, so I don't know. I have been wanting to read this for a long time. I think I added this years ago to my to be read because somebody on BookTube said it was good. I unfortunately hated this. I ended up giving this a 2-star. I really didn't like this. I think I'm too old, or I have just missed the time span of enjoying this. Does that make sense? I feel like if I'd read this when this was released or close to then, maybe I would have enjoyed it. Maybe if I was like 15 I would have enjoyed this, but I did not right now. I just didn't like the plot, and Noah was really annoying me, especially with the not like other girls energy going on. I just didn't care. I don't know. I don't think this was for me. I think I missed the time frame, that's the word I was looking for, to read this and enjoy this, so I will not be continuing with the series because no. But yeah, I didn't like this. The next book is actually a DNF. I listened to half of A Way of Kings by Sanderson, part 1, because of course this has to be massive. I'm just sick of this series. I don't find anything about it interesting. Nothing actually kept me interested. No characters, no plots, nothing. Slightly, I don't remember anything, any names, but there's like a POV of a woman trying to steal something from another woman. That kind of interesting. The rest, no. So unfortunately I gave up and I will not be reading this series at all. So that was a plot twist of the century. 20-year-old me is shaking in her boots because she bought all of these without knowing. But yes, this was not for me. The next book I read was Check and Mate, or Checkmate. I actually don't know how to say this title. I think it's Check and Mate, but it's Checkmate. I don't know. I don't care. By Hazelwood. This is a chess-related romance. It's YA. FYI, if you didn't know. It follows a main character who used to play chess when she was little, but stopped playing because of personal reasons. So when her boss fires her and she really needs money to take care of her family, she gets an offer to play chess professionally because the weekend before or something, don't remember, she plays against the world champion and wins. So we follow the main character Mallory playing chess professionally and at the same time hanging out with Nolan, the world champion, because he becomes obsessed with her because she beat him. I'm going to be honest, I thought this was pretty middle of the mark. I gave it a 3, I think. I thought it was cute, fun, a lovely like summer romance to read, but I personally prefer Hazelwood's adult books. This has a fade to black kind of energy. If you're not into that, I'm just telling you, because some people don't. I personally don't love it, but I also don't care. I didn't really love it. I also didn't really like the ending. The chess part was fun, even though I didn't really like Queen's Gambit, so I don't know. I don't know anything about chess. maybe that's clear. But I thought it was fun. I really liked the different setting. I like nerdy books. Does that make sense? Which is a lot of her books. They're very nerdy. So I liked this. I just didn't love it. I think it was good, but I will probably forget about half of the plot points in a few days, which is sad, but it's true. I'm gonna be honest. The next book I buddy read with my friend, and it is All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace. This is about a girl who is the princess of this kingdom, and the monarchy are the only ones who have a specific type of magic, which is soul magic. So they can take bones and attach like a piece of your hair and harm you fatally with the hair and your blood. So to prove that she can harness that magic, she needs to do a performance. I don't know why. I still don't know. Whatever. With this performance, she actually gets overwhelmed and it fails miserably because she goes a bit too aggressive. And because of that, they immediately imprison her because she could be dangerous. So we actually follow her escaping and teaming up with a pirate and her fiance to try and save the kingdom, because there's this guy and it doesn't matter. There's a villain and they're trying to save the kingdom, even though she failed her performance. I'm not explaining well. This is the plot. I don't know. I don't know how to explain books, especially books that I don't like. I gave this a 2. It was not fun. If I wasn't buddy reading this, I would have DNF'd it on page maybe 50, maybe less. I don't know. It was very YA. It was the kind of YA that I don't like, which is the main character is very unaware of her kingdom. She is naive, I guess. She is a bit stupid. Her personality is her magic. I didn't like the main character. Moral of the story, Amora was very annoying. Didn't like her. Her fiance, I hated at first, but he's the only character I actually liked. I hate his name though. Ferric is a horrendous name. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. The romance was not my favorite. The like plot twist, whatever, not my favorite. Also, some of it was predictable and not in a good way. I just didn't like it. Again, maybe if I was younger I would have enjoyed this more, but now, no. The next book is another DNF, and it is Book of Night by Holly Black. I read until page 140 and I gave up. We basically follow a girl called Charlie, and she's always been really good at like conning people. So she's really good at stealing things, manipulating people, whatever. Anything that is like slightly suspicious, she's able to do. So we follow her trying to live a straight, what is the word? Like, not criminal life? I hope you know what I mean. I don't even know how to explain the plot without spoiling it. Basically, she's just trying to be not a criminal, but she always keeps getting involved in shit, so we follow her getting involved into a massive thing. Does that make sense? I don't know. I didn't care for the plot. I don't care about the main character. The only slightly interesting thing was her boyfriend, Vince, but I also didn't really care about what the plot twist was. I did, in fact, after read what it was, and it was not that good. So, thank God I didn't continue, because I would have been disappointed. Yeah, I honestly could not tell you what this is about without reading the back, because I don't even know what I was reading. I just didn't like it. I don't know how to explain books today, I guess. The next book that I read was Dating and Dragons by Kristy Boyce. I don't know if this is a series or not, but the first book that I read by this author is Dungeons and Drama, which I really loved. So I was really excited when this came out. This follows Quinn, and she is new at this school and she doesn't have any friends. So on the first day she meets this group of people that one of them has Dungeons and Dragons earrings on. So when that girl invites her to come play Dungeons and Dragons with them, she gladly accepts because she loves Dungeons and Dragons, as may be obvious. So when she finally goes to their Dungeons and Dragons meetup campaign thing, she finds out that they actually stream their campaigns and they take it very seriously. And they have 3 rules. 1, you cannot be on your phone. 2, you cannot talk about anything that is not related to the game. And 3, you cannot date people in the game. Meaning you can't date the people you are playing with. So we follow our bestie Quinn and Logan, who is the main male character, and they at first really like each other, but when they join, they cannot obviously date because of the rules. So they start bickering nonstop, but as it says on the back, Quinn can't help wondering, is Logan's infuriating behavior a smokescreen for hiding feelings? I enjoyed this. I gave it a 4. I didn't love it as much as I did Dungeons and Drama, but I still had a lot of fun reading this. I really liked the friendship group. I really liked the game aspect. I love these books because I really like Dungeons and Dragon podcasts and stuff. So Critical Role or The Legends of Avantris, I think their name is. So I really enjoyed reading this. I really like them talking about it and them hanging out. It was just really cute. It's nothing out of this world, and I much prefer the first book, but I still really liked it. So I'm excited to see what other things this author publishes. And the last book that I read in July is Love Theoretically by Hazelwood again. And this is another of the STEM romances. We follow Elsie, who is a theoretical physicist, and she is trying really hard to get a job at MIT. So when she gets an interview, and she is one of 2 candidates who got that interview, she is really hopeful that she will get the job. At the same time, she is trying to get money on the side by being a fake girlfriend for random men. Kind of Tinder, but fake girlfriending. So while fake dating this guy called Greg, she meets Jack, who is his brother. And Jack, she thinks, does not like her at all and thinks she is suspicious. So when she finally gets to MIT to get the interview, who else would be there other than Jack? And of course, our main character hates him and think they both hate each other because he, when he was 17, published an article that made all of the theoretical physicists look bad, and he is an experimental physicist. Is that what the word is? I don't remember. Experimentalist? Maybe. So that is the plot. I enjoyed this. Honestly though, I don't think this is the best of Hazelwood. If I were to rank all of the Hazelwood books, meaning these 3, I think I'd put Love on the Brain, Love Hypothesis, and then this one in order. I thought this was fun, cute, the typical Hazelwood book. I just thought it could have been better. I'm being a hater. I liked the romance. I liked the idea of it. I gave it a 4. Let's just get that out there because I did like it, but I still think it could have been better because I wanted a 4.5 and a 5 because this is was a 5-star prediction. Clearly I'm incorrect again. It was fun. I'm just being a hater. Words aren't working in my brain today. I thought it was good, but not exceptional. I had a good time, but there were some things that I would have liked better if they were different. But that's just nitpicking, I guess. But those are the books that I read in July. I liked some. I didn't love anything, which is pretty sad, but I think I had a good time. 3 out of the 5 books that I actually read, I liked. 2 of them I did not. I think it was decent. 5 books is a lot, especially for only having 1 week. This was crazy. I only read 3 of them though, so let's relax. However, I don't think I would actually recommend any of these. They're good, but would I recommend them? I don't know. I'm having a miserable time. A lot of books that I thought I was gonna love, I didn't, so I'm getting not angry, but disappointed with everything, so it's making me be a hater when I actually still liked it. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!